Hey there, my speed demon cabbies. Imagine this. You're in a bustling city, the clock's ticking down, and you've got to get your passenger to their destination yesterday. Sounds like every Uber driver's worst nightmare, right? Well, before ride-sharing took over our smartphones, Crazy Taxi was handing out licenses to thrill and teaching us the fine art of creative driving. So let's slam that gear shift into drive and peel out into the insanity that is Crazy Taxi, where traffic laws are more like traffic suggestions. And the only thing crazier than driving is how much fun you're about to have. So strap in, folks, it's going to be a wild ride. Back in the late 90s, a group of developers at Sega, led by the visionary Kenji Kano, set out to create a game that broke all conventional modes. Their goal, to capture the essence of high-speed, adrenaline-pumping action, but with a twist. Enter Crazy Taxi, a game that would soon redefine the driving genre with its unique blend of arcade-style gameplay and a punk rock attitude. Kano and his team drew inspiration from the bustling streets of San Francisco, a city known for its steep hills and chaotic traffic. Perfect ingredients for a game centered around the wild world of taxi driving. Development was anything but a smooth ride. The team faced technical challenges in recreating an open-world environment that was both expansive and detailed, pushing the limits of the Sega Naomi arcade hardware. They wanted players to feel the thrill of weaving through traffic and launching off ramps, all while racing against the clock to deliver passengers to their destination. To achieve this, Kano and his crew implemented a physics engine that was, for its time, revolutionary. This engine allowed for an unprecedented level of interaction with the game world, where every object in the city could react dynamically to the player's taxi. But here's a behind the scenes that might just make you hit the brakes. Crazy Taxi inspired a patent lawsuit that became a landmark case in the gaming industry. Sega, the game's publisher, was granted a patent for the game's innovative play mechanics, specifically the arrow indicator guiding players to their next destination. This patent became the center of a legal battle when Sega sued Fox Interactive, Electronic Arts, and Radical Entertainment over a similar mechanic in The Simpsons Road Rage. The case was settled out of court, but it highlighted the complexities of patenting game design elements and sparked debates that continue in the industry today. But it wasn't just about lawsuits and getting from point A to point B. Kano infused Crazy Taxi with a personality as loud and vibrant as its gameplay. The soundtrack, featuring bands like The Offspring and Bad Religion, became iconic, perfectly encapsulating the game's rebellious spirit. However, this choice of soundtrack would later become a source of controversy. Licensing issues arose when Crazy Taxi made the jump from arcades to home console, leading to changes in the game's music in subsequent re-releases, much to the dismay of fans. The developers themselves were a diverse group of talents, from programmers who specialized in artificial intelligence, allowing for the erratic yet predictable traffic patterns, to artists who captured the essence of a city alive with motion and chaos. The philosophy of Kano was that games could not only be fun, but also bring something new to the table, a principle that Crazy Taxi embodied through and through. But the heart of Crazy Taxi isn't just its breakneck speeds or gravity-defying leaps. No, at its core, it's the ragtag crew of cabbies, each with their own backstory, attitude, and reason for driving into the most reckless taxi service known to video game history. Let's meet the squad, shall we? First up, we have Axel, the laid-back dude with a need for speed, sporting green cargo pants and a permanent grin. Axel's the guy who you'd call when you're late for a concert but still want to grab a burger on the way. Then there's BD Joe, a disco-loving, Afro-sporting driver whose cab is as flashy as his dance moves. If there's a party, you bet Joe's already on his way there. Or he's the reason there's a party in the first place. Gina, the only female cabbie in the group, drives with the kind of finesse that makes you wonder if she's secretly a stunt driver. With her no-nonsense attitude and a penchant for high heels, Gina proves that you can tear through the city streets and still look fabulous doing it. Lastly, there's Gus, the veteran of the group, with his distinctive beard and sunglasses. Gus looks like he's seen it all, and probably has. His cab might look like it's been through a few too many shortcuts, but Gus knows the city like the back of his hand. But Crazy Taxi wasn't just about choosing your driver and hitting the gas. It was about the stories that unfolded in the passenger seat, from delivering a priest in record time to a wedding to ensure a rock band makes their gig. Every fare added a chapter to the game's chaotic narrative. The game settings, a fictional city inspired by the hills and landmarks of San Francisco and New York, provided the perfect backdrop for these mini adventures. The city was alive, teeming with pedestrians to narrowly avoid and traffic jams to weave through, all rendered in vibrant detail that made each playthrough unique. The core gameplay of Crazy Taxi is deceptively simple. Pick up passengers and get them to their destinations as quickly as possible to earn the highest fare. But the devil, or in this case, the fun, is in the details. The game introduced a unique combo system, rewarding players for near misses with other vehicles and performing stunts like jumps and drifts. This system encouraged players to take risks and inject a healthy dose of recklessness into their driving, pushing the envelope with each fare. One of the game's most celebrated mechanics is the Crazy Dash, a technique that allows players to boost their taxi speed with precise timing. Mastering the Crazy Dash and its siblings, the Crazy Drift and Crazy Stop, became a rite of passage, turning good players into great ones. These mechanics didn't just add depth to the gameplay, they were a nod to the skill and flair of arcade gaming, where style and substance go hand in hand. The game's AI also deserves a shout out. Pedestrians would leap out of the way of your oncoming cab with acrobatic flair, and rival traffic seemed to have a sixth sense, challenging you at every turn. This dynamic environment kept players on their toes, ensuring no two trips through the city were ever the same. The bustling streets filled with obstacles and shortcuts made each game session a new adventure, testing players' reflexes and ingenuity. But Crazy Taxi wasn't just about the adrenaline rush. It introduced an element of strategy with its diverse passenger roster and varying destinations. Picking up the right passenger could mean the difference between a bumper payday and just scraping by. This added layer of depth to the gameplay as players had to quickly weigh the potential rewards against the risks of navigating to far-flung corners of the city under the relentless ticking of the clock. The environmental design of Crazy Taxi also played a crucial role in the gameplay. The city was a sprawling, open-world playground, meticulously crafted to offer a variety of routes and secrets, from beaches and parks to shopping malls and train stations. Each area presented its own set of challenges and opportunities for creative driving. This design philosophy not only made the game infinitely replayable, but also encouraged exploration and experimentation, hallmarks of a great game design. Upon its release in arcades and later on the Sega Dreamcast in 1999, Crazy Taxi immediately caught the attention of gamers and critics alike. Its vibrant graphics, adrenaline-pumping gameplay, and punk rock soundtrack resonated with a wide audience, driving the game to commercial success. The Dreamcast version became one of the console's best-selling titles, a beacon of hope in the Dreamcast's otherwise challenging market battle against giants like Sony's PlayStation 2. The game's success wasn't just measured in sales numbers. It became a critical darling, praised for its innovative gameplay mechanics and irreverent attitude towards the urban chaos of driving taxis. But Crazy Taxi didn't stop at the Dreamcast. Its popularity warranted ports to other platforms, including the PlayStation 2, GameCube, and even mobile devices, introducing the game to a broader audience. Each new release brought the game back into the limelight, proving its timeless appeal and solidifying its place in gaming history. The franchise even expanded with sequels and spin-offs, trying to capture the original's magic with a varying degree of success. Now, as we coast to a stop at the end of our Crazy Taxi journey, it's clear this isn't just any old fare. It's a whirlwind tour through gaming history, culture, and innovation. Crazy Taxi didn't just break the speed limit, it shattered expectations, leaving a legacy that's as indelible as tire tracks on a city street. From its punk rock vibes to its daredevil driving, it taught us that sometimes, to make a lasting impression, you've got to throw the rulebook out of the window and just enjoy the ride. So whether you're a seasoned cabbie or a curious newcomer, remember, in the world of Crazy Taxi, the meter's always running, and the next adventure is just a hey, hey, hey away. Keep those engines revving, my friends, because in the end, we're all just trying to make our way through the bustling streets of life, one crazy fare at a time. If you enjoyed this drive back into the history of Crazy Taxi, click this video here to enjoy more from the Retro Reload. And as always, thank you for watching.